Greetings one and all, this is Revenge of the Fallen, here to make YouTube a less confusing place. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I happen to be a huge fan of Drinking with Bob. Granted, the guy is a loudmouth douchebag, but damn it if he doesn't make a few valid points now and then. And he happens to be way more entertaining than other loudmouth douchebags on YouTube. Unfortunately, the guy does occasionally come across as an ignoramus. Case in point.
What's next? I'll tell you what's next. Airport security. Everybody's all up in arms about these new airport scanners, okay? They're too intrusive.
Yes, wherever did we get the idea that scanners which look through people's clothing were too intrusive?
Some guy actually took a video camera to the airport the other day and filmed himself refusing to go through the airport scanner. When he refused to go through the airport scanner, the TSA said, okay, no problem. You don't have to go through the scanner, but you have to be patted down. He goes over to the area where they pat him down, and he says, if you pat me down, it's sexual assault. Let me ask you, is it sexual assault when a doctor gives a woman a breast exam? Is it sexual assault when a doctor gives a guy a freaking prostate exam?
Bob, there's a major difference between a doctor giving someone a prostate exam and an airport security officer patting someone down or sending them through a scanner. When you're at the doctor's office, you expect to have every part of your body examined and touched. You don't exactly expect that at the airport, especially in the middle of a crowded terminal. Which is another major difference. At least at the doctor's office, you're given the benefit of a private room.
No, it's preventative measures, okay?
Sort of like the Patriot Act.
You think some guy got a job at the TSA so he can look at your junk, do an X-ray machine all day? You think he gets off on that? Get over yourself, okay?
I don't know if you've been watching the news, Bob, but there have been incidents where security officers have saved the images taken from these full-body scanners and leaked them onto the internet. Let me repeat that. Security officers have saved the images of people in their virtual birthday suits and without their consent uploaded them to the internet for everyone else to see. If that's not a clear unconstitutional invasion of privacy, I don't know what is.
You think some guy got a job at the TSA so he can one day grope you in the airport? Have you seen some of the people in the airport? 80% of them are hard to look at. Forget about freaking touch.
It's not a matter of whether or not these security officers actually enjoy looking at people naked or probing every crevice of their body. It's the fact that they're allowed to. No, make that required to do that in the first place. I don't know if you understand this, Bob, you probably don't, but the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution clearly prohibits against unreasonable search and seizure. And just in case you don't understand what that means, allow me to clarify. Waving a magnetic wand across people's bodies to check for metal is a reasonable search, so is requiring someone to send their luggage through an X-ray machine. But requiring people to step into a scanner for what can be best described as a virtual strip search, or to subject them to a pat-down where every part of their body, including their private parts, is felt, that's fucking unreasonable, and it's pretty damn close to Orwellian.
And what I love the most is now Homeland Security is thinking of getting rid of the scanners.
At least someone at Homeland Security has some understanding of the Constitution.
So you kidding me? That's not the solution. If somebody doesn't want to go through the scanner, if somebody doesn't want to get patted down, the solution is they don't fly. Period. Take a train, take a bus, get your halfway decent-looking wife, your two barely literate kids, put them in your freaking Prius, and drive to Grandma's house for the freaking holidays. Okay?
I'm pretty sure most people are gonna do that rather than have their groins touched and looked at in order to board a plane. And you know what? That means the airlines are gonna have less revenue this holiday season, and it's probably going to hurt the economy. But who cares about liberty and the economy as long as we're safe from terrorists, right?
I'm sick of appeasing the freaking morons in this country.
Yeah, those people who worry about their right to privacy are real morons.
You want to get mad about the scanner machines at the freaking airport? Get mad about this. If you're a Muslim woman and you refuse to go through the scanner machine, they can only pat you down from your head to your neck. They can't go any further because of their religious beliefs. Get mad about that.
This is probably the only thing that I have to agree with. Not that I think that all Muslims are terrorists, but most of the terrorists from Al-Qaeda are Muslims, and it seems pretty stupid to exclude the female variety of the people most likely to be suicide bombers in order to appease their religious beliefs.
We should be getting rid of these scanning machines. We should be making sure that everybody has to go through them before they get on the freaking plane. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
This is what really pisses me off about Drinking with Bob and other like-minded conservatives. They like to rally against big government, or at least the big government coming from the Obama administration, and they claim to be for limited government. They like to quote people like Benjamin Franklin saying stuff like those who trade liberty for security deserve neither liberty or security. Of course, that only applies to universal health care or income tax or any other democratic policy. It doesn't apply to the Patriot Act, which allows for warrantless wiretaps. It doesn't apply to torture practices like waterboarding. And yes, I'm calling waterboarding what it is. Torture. Screw-enhanced interrogation techniques. And it clearly doesn't apply to full body scans. Remember, kids, big government is bad. Unless we need to fight the terrorists, then it's completely necessary.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
What's next? I'll tell you what's next. If the government has the power to require virtual strip searches in order to board a plane, what's to prevent them from requiring actual strip searches in the future? Thank God the TSA is considering getting rid of these machines. At least they have some brains. Unlike Bob. Drinking tends to do that to a person. Well, this is Revenge of the Fallen saying, let's make YouTube a less confusing place.